Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Super Soldier Talk. I'm James Rink. It is Saturday, May 12, 2012, and I have another exciting edition today. Actually, we're going to give you an update on what happened with Adrian Espinoza. He was taken to an underground, I assume underground, Milabs facility, and he was questioned, and he was also brainwashed, according to him anyway. And soon after we did this interview, Adrian says that he went out to a party or some kind of event, and there was somebody there who hypnotized him, and next thing I know, Adrian is telling me that I should just give up, that Satan has won, and that we should just let the New World Order happen, and that I should delete all my videos, and that basically there's no way, there's nothing I can do. And so I had to break off contact with him. A few days after that, Adrian contacts me, and he tells me that he was given more of the drugs that he was given the first time around. Apparently what they did is they took somebody from social services, he's on social security, called him up and asked him to come in to take some kind of pill. Somebody made a complaint against him for giving some girl AIDS, but apparently Adrian doesn't even know who this woman is, and he refused to take the pill without any kind of proof, and he asked for written proof, and these people never did give him any proof. So eventually they did, somehow they were able to influence him to take this drug, and apparently what happened is the next thing he remembers, he blacks out, and then he's at his apartment, and some woman in military camos is basically raping him. And there's another guy, and he's got some kind of black skin-tight military suit, and there's an insignia that's an upside-down triangle with a cross, and that's basically the symbol for Milabs. So these people are a bunch of Nazis, basically, from the original Project Paperclip. So I put Adrian under Regression, and then fast forward, that's when all this other stuff starts happening. So today, Adrian gave me permission to put him under hypnosis again. So I think this is pretty interesting. I highly encourage you to listen to the full interview here, or the full regression. And maybe you can learn something new to help yourself, maybe if your own integration. Now again, these videos are meant for other Milabs survivors and those who have been under this kind of programming. So I ask that you have an open mind and open heart with the following content. Anyway, thanks everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and play the regression now. So I want you to go back in time and tell me what you see. What's the first memory that pops up?
First time it pops up is when I was accused for having sex with a woman that I didn't know, and that I was accused of having the HIV virus, and by this woman that wanted me to come in and take a pill, in which she told me not to, and I never did go at that time, and I didn't know who this woman was, but she appeared again this time, and this time she came to my place with another guy, which was in the military, which we talked about on your video. And they made me take the pill this time, so I took the pill, and this time I felt paralyzed. And as I felt paralyzed, they seduced me with that drug and also with the sex act.
Did they actually perform this sex act at this place that you were located?
Yes.
And where were you?
I was in a lab.
How did you get to this lab?
They took me there after I was drugged.
How did they take you there?
Took me in a white van.
Do you have a sense, an idea where this lab might be located?
It was some kind of underground base area.
Do you happen to recall a name of the facility?
There's a street called Back Street, and on the back street, the road, there's a bridge that goes around it, but there's a road that goes underneath the ground. It looks like a road, but it's not a road. It drops, and it goes underneath the ground.
Is this road closed to public access?
It's not closed to public. It's not closed to public access. You just can't see it because the road looks normal, but it drops.
Do you know any other roads that connect to it? Do you remember seeing any signs?
There was Back Street and Bengal Street.
Okay, and do you know what city?
This is in North Salt Lake.
So, you're taken down into this facility. What happens next?
As they were taking me down the facility, I noticed the walls were very black. They used a lot of different colored lighting. One of the colors that they use is purple and blue. And I don't know why they were using colors. And I saw lasers everywhere and different kinds of electronic equipment.
And how were these lasers positioned? What were they using them for?
They were using to conduct different experiments with different DNA. There was computers. There was lasers, different kinds of lasers. There's crystal lasers. There's lasers that they use to scan things. There's all kinds of different lasers, and they're all pointing in different directions.
What were they doing to you while you were in this facility?
Well, first thing that they were doing is they were checking my health level, and
Okay.
they were injecting me with needles. Of course, I told you that they cut my throat open, and then they used a laser to put it back together so that other people couldn't see any scars.
And why did they cut your throat open?
It had something to do with the throat chakra. I don't know what they were doing with that. But there was some information there. There's information in your sexual energy, your magnetic energy field. They were doing some experiments on my crown chakra.
And what were they doing to your crown chakra?
Somehow they were putting in some blockages of things I couldn't remember.
Well, let's, at this time, what I'd like you to do is to take an eraser. First of all, scan your crown chakra at this time. Do you see any kind of holographic blueprint or memories from any kind of thing they might have inserted into it?
Yes, I do. And one of the things they were trying to do is they were trying to stop my telepathy with Nathan.
Well, at this time, I want you to take an eraser, okay, and I want you to just erase any of those etheric implants, all right? First of all, I want to ask: do you feel it was a physical implant or is it an etheric implant?
Etheric.
So go ahead and you may even want to use some chi energy to fry them. Just imagine a beautiful energy coming from your heart chakra, and just burn them up, and let me know when it's gone.
Okay. That's gone.
Now I want you to do the opposite. I want you to enhance your crown chakra so it's even stronger telepathic ability. And I want you to do that.
Okay.
Whatever compounding they did before, say if it reduced your ability, say 95%, I want you to increase the ability 95% now. So go ahead and put another etheric implant.
Done.
Good. Now scan your throat chakra. Let me know if you see anything that shouldn't be there.
Looks like they inserted me with some kind of chip, but it looked like a triangle.
Well, what I'd like you to do is telepathically make a link to this chip.
Okay.
And I want you to instruct this chip to do the opposite of what it was originally instructed to do. Do you have any ideas what its original instructions were?
It was some kind of chip that was able to bring a signal from my throat to their computers and server.
So
it's like a computer chip.
so it's a way for them to monitor your speech.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do is to talk to the chip and tell it to do the opposite. Tell it that that they will no longer be able to listen in to what you're saying, but on the other hand, you'll be able to listen to everything that their computers have on you. Okay? So you're going to be able to hack them. So go ahead and just use your chi energy to change the mechanisms of the chip to do the opposite, and let me know when that's
on it. Should I change the password too?
Yes.
Okay.
And go ahead and encrypt it. You might want to use a really large encryption number that it'll take them 1 billion years to crack.
Okay. Done.
All right. Any other areas do you see them working on?
My heart chakra.
And tell me, what did they do to that?
They put an implant in there or something. Like a spider.
All right. Are you able to intuit what its purpose is?
It just blocks my heart chakra.
So it blocks your ability to show love?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, what I'd like you to do is to, at this time, I want you to bring chi energy down your crown chakra and bring it down your spine to the base of your spine. And I want you to gather up energy in your spine. And when you feel like, almost as if like a lightning bolt of energy is there, you may feel like a buzzing sensation all throughout your spine. I want you to project it into your heart chakra and fry the implant.
Okay.
So go ahead. Oh, wow, good. All right, and now what I want you to do is to take chi energy and to dissolve it so that it will not be able to be used ever again.
Okay.
So imagine it just melting away.
All right.
Anything else that they experimented on with you?
Yeah, my third eye chakra.
And what did they do there?
Just trying to create blocks there.
Well, do the same thing. Oh, actually, I got a better idea. Talk to this implant and tell it that it's going to do the opposite. It's going to enhance your third eye. It's going to increase its ability exponentially.
Okay. Done.
Anything else?
I don't see anything else on their computer.
Okay, so go ahead and let's play this movie a little bit further in the timeline. What happens next?
After everything I've told you, well, for an example, after the testing and everything like that, then they took me into a black room with lights in there.
Well, tell me, was the walls black or were the lights black?
It looked like they were black lights, but the walls were black too.
Okay, and what happens there?
I don't know what they were doing with the sonic rays, but I felt pressure on my head. So I don't know what that was all about, if it was a brain scan or what they were doing, I don't know.
Do you feel that we need to do some work on you to reverse whatever was done, or do you feel it's just a scan?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to access that chip. What was the chip that connected to their computers? Oh, your throat chakra.
Yeah.
I want you to connect to their computers.
Still burning there too, my throat.
Yeah, well, it's still integrating. So I want you to connect to the computers and try to pull up the data file on what they were doing to you in that room, and go ahead and read that out loud.
The data file?
Yes. What do you see? What is this room?
It says it's a brain scan room for time travel.
And why would they be interested in time travel?
They were trying to get me lost in time or something.
And did it work?
For them it worked, but for me, I was able to suppress it because of the changes that you just made.
Okay. And
because everything that's time traveling is time traveling now, so therefore you were able to alter whatever that they were creating.
Well, this is the laws of quantum entanglement. All of us in all places at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, What do you feel that we need to do to you to reverse, if anything, what was done in this
Well,
particular...
the colors have to do with my chakra colors.
So, but this is a black color.
Yeah.
Are they trying to insert a black color in your chakra system?
Yeah.
Black is obviously, this is, I wouldn't say demonic, but, well, it could be, but it could also be a mind control kind of thing. So can you scan your aura at this time and see if you can locate any black colored chakras?
Okay. I do see black
Where?
in all my chakras.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do right now is, do you give me permission to talk to Saint Germain?
Sure.
Okay. We call upon Saint Germain at this time to help Adrian out with clearing the negativity from his chakra system. We ask that Saint Germain will use the violet flame to transmute the negative energy. So what you may want to do, well, first of all, let me know if you see him yet.
I see him.
Do you see any devices on him?
He's holding up I don't know if it's a wand or a staff, but it's gold.
All right, well, let him do some work on your chakra system.
Okay.
And let me know when...
Burning's gone away.
The burning... Oh, good. Is he saying anything to you?
Yeah, he's telling me to step closer into the light.
All right. And go ahead and tell him what happened. He may already know. Does he already know?
He says he knows just by looking at me.
Okay. Does he know what to do?
Yes.
All right.
He's touching me with his wand, and it's kind of... I see rainbows going through my chakras. They're like shooting through my chakras.
Good. All right, well, let me know when that's come to completion.
Okay, done.
Good. Are we done with this exercise? With this particular, what they did to you? Do you feel, or do you feel?
Yeah.
Are you ready to proceed on in this movie?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens next?
So after they took me out of there, they put me in a shower, and they washed my body to make sure everything was clean out of my system.
Why would they be interested in cleaning you?
I don't know, it has something to do with the ritual that they were performing.
But you never mentioned any ritual.
Yeah, there's some kind of ritual that they were performing, like, on the other side I could see through the window.
While you were in this brain scan device?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to shift the images on the movie to the other side of the wall where they were doing this ritual, and I want you to tell me, describe this ritual.
Okay. Looks like they have something to do with the symbols. You know, those triangle symbols you're talking about? Some are upright, some are down, upside down.
You mean a pentagram?
Yeah.
What were they trying to do to you?
They're stealing my energies.
Well, first of all, do you feel that we have successfully reversed this ritual? Or Saint Germain has? Okay, all right.
But we are able to debug it because you've already went in there and you've pretty much messed everything up that they were programming me with. It would take them 1,000 years to hack into the computer.
Okay.
Because I reset the password. They can't activate those symbols because it's not in my DNA anymore.
Right.
It's been altered. It's been changed. It's like going in your computer and just changing everything. But the way they design it and the way they set it up.
Tell me what happens next.
They try to do the rituals and now they can't do it. Because you've altered the timelines.
You mean back then?
Yeah.
Because of the work we're doing now, they couldn't do any more rituals on you back then, is what you're saying.
Right. Because we've altered the timeline.
Do you think they understood what was going on at that time?
No.
I see. Well, that's too bad.
And that's why they started asking questions about you, because they felt like you were part of the operation.
You mean to sabotage what they were doing?
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, I'd actually like to do. Well, go forward a little bit more and tell me, is there anything else that we need to look at in this ritual? Or this, I mean, not this ritual, but this experience? What happens next?
Well, I saw Barry.
So now, where are you?
I'm still in the lab.
And your friend Barry's there? Your roommate?
Yeah, but I'm still hypnotized. I'm still in the trance state.
And what about Barry? Is he in a trance state as well?
Yeah, he's right next to me. But they were able to do the ritual on him.
Okay.
And they replaced him with another person, which really wasn't him.
You mean they replaced him with a clone?
Yeah.
Are you actually able to see this clone?
I'm actually able to see the clone, and I was actually able to meet the clone in person.
And what was this clone like?
It looked just like him, but it was a lot meaner. And he said he was possessed by a demon.
And tell me, what happened to the original Barry?
The original Barry is still in a trance in the lab.
Where is he now?
He's still in the lab.
So
He's
what?
locked up in a room.
Are you
In
able?
a deep trance.
Are you able to see him right now in the room?
Mm-hmm.
What's his state of mind? Is he cognitive, or is he just kind of like a zombie, or what?
He's a zombie.
Do you see anyone else in this lab in the same predicament?
I see a lot of people.
How many?
There's about 100.
Is there anyone else there you know?
Not that I can see, no. But I do actually, I see you. I didn't want to tell you that, but I see you. I see David, the one I knew. I see Will. I see Nathan.
And why would I be? Why would I?
In those timelines, you know.
But why would a clone? Is that the original me there?
No, that's your clone.
Oh, I see. And what? And is that Nathan's clone too?
Yeah.
Okay. And what state of mind are they in?
Not a very good one.
What, when you say not a very good one, are we talking zombified again, or like
More demon, more demonic. They're basically those type of people where you think that they're friendly, but they're not. They're like, they don't even have a soul.
So they act really nice and kind to you, but really in their mind it's about sabotage and hate and revenge and destruction.
And killing, and yeah, that's how they've been programmed, like a super soldier.
All right.
That's why when I was talking to you, when you told me that you'd kill anybody who'd get in your way, I knew I wasn't really talking to you.
You were talking to my clone.
Right, just like you weren't even talking to me.
When was that? When did I tell you that? I don't remember saying that.
This was about 2 weeks ago.
I said this to you?
Mm-hmm.
Was it online? Did I give you a call?
It was online, but that was on my laptop, but they completely, I saved all that information. They completely destroyed it. It's all gone.
What other?
But I was in that dimension at that time, because now that you've opened me up, I can remember those things.
What happens next to Barry?
Well, after Barry was taken, which, I didn't even know it was him, because after he told me he was possessed by the demon, that night he was taken, and I haven't heard from him ever since. He said I was having sex with some other person. He caught me having sex. But in his mind, it wasn't really something that was real, because it really wasn't him that was saying it. And it really wasn't me. at that time. The only time when he caught me was with that girl.
Okay.
And that was the last time I ever talked to Barry about it.
Was that girl at this facility as well?
Yeah.
All right. Do you happen to have her name?
What was her name? I think her name was Christine or something like that.
All right. And
but what's really weird, remember that was the same girl that David was talking about, saying that I had sex with her. And then it comes back down to the pill again, the drug. Because they told me to come in to take a pill, in which you told me not to, and then it came to pass that I did take the pill because I was being mind controlled. I got mind manipulated twice, actually.
yes. Do you happen to have a name of that drug they gave you?
I don't have the name of it.
All right.
I think it was called Thermoptic or something like that.
Okay.
Thermoptic. I can't remember.
And is social services involved in all this? The Utah Social Services, Social Security?
I don't know how they were involved in this, but I can honestly say that everything just started going downhill after I met David.
Maybe he.
Because it all started with him.
Do you feel he was a clone from the beginning?
I feel he was one of my alters, just like Will was.
I don't understand. How can your alter be in someone else?
I think it was just another alter, that's all I think.
All right.
In another timeline.
All right, so what happens with your laptop? How did it get burned? Or I'm assuming that's what happened to it.
Well, it's really interesting because Barry told me he was being possessed and mind manipulated and controlled that night. And then he left, and I never heard from him ever since. And that morning when I woke up, my laptop was fried.
What I'd like to do is I want you to look at the movie screen now and tell me what happens with your laptop.
Somebody came in. I felt a presence. A man with black. He had all black on. He had one of those black things that was covering his face.
A ski mask?
Like a ski mask. I don't know what it was. And he came in and he basically turned on my heater and put the heater next to my laptop and he fried it.
Describe his uniform.
I'm seeing like it almost looks like a super soldier.
Well,
because he's wearing all black leather, black boots.
What about his uniform? I mean, is it skin tight? Does it look like a jumpsuit?
It looks like a jumpsuit.
All right. Do you see any insignia?
I see that same symbol on his chest area.
And what is that symbol?
But this one is upside down. It's a triangle upside down.
Anything inside the triangle?
Looks like a symbol from the Masons. Inside the triangle.
What symbol is that?
Oh, I've seen that symbol before, though.
You mean like a compass? Like a T?
Yeah.
How does this...
And the reason why I've seen that symbol before is because I've been in the Masonic temple before.
What were you doing in the Masonic temple?
This was a while back. Like, some guy, some spy or somebody told us to go and do readings at the temple. And they were performing rituals. I had no idea what kind of rituals they were performing, but we got kicked out before Will's mother got there. And Will's mother, when she went in there, she said I left my husband behind. And I went in there with some other guy. And she said she came out and she was a whole completely different kind of person. And she never talked to us ever since then.
Okay.
And she said it scared her.
So
it changed.
So while you were in the Masons temple, they were conducting a ritual on you, unbeknownst to you.
I think it was meant for me, but at the same time, I think that my guides or whoever was telling me to get out of there.
Okay.
Which is why the owner gave us a warning and said, please leave, you're not wanted here.
All right. What else do you want to know?
Well, I'd just like to know what why they wanted Barry.
And why did they want Barry?
Kind of what I'm seeing is the reason why they wanted Barry is because of what he saw.
You mean of him coming in the room with seeing that woman raping you?
Yeah.
That military person?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And have you talked to Barry at all about any of this?
He won't talk to me now.
Well, that's kind of like what happened after they got a hold of Nathan. After they brainwashed him, he won't talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't talk to me because he's been brainwashed and he believes in his mind that I'm the bad guy and that I should be dead.
All right.
That's why they keep inserting me with all these energies of depression. They're trying to kill me.
Now, tell me what happened to your brother.
Well, right after that happened, after the meditation that you did on me that night, when you started changing all these things, I got a phone call that morning saying that my brother committed suicide.
What I'd like you to do is I want you to play on the movie theater screen anything that might be associated with his death that was out of the ordinary. Maybe was just to see if there's any outside influences or if it was a natural death or natural suicide. Was he influenced at all?
This is something that's been piling up for a while, but he left himself open to the possibility of this is a threat letting us know, this is a threat letting us know that we're in charge here, that we're not going to mess around, we're going to go after your families. And this is where I told you a while back when I mentioned you, James, that they were going to make life-threatening situations.
All right. So.
And you mentioned to me that that's what they do, and that's when that happened.
So basically, because they can't try to discredit me or discredit us, the only thing left they could do is to try to, and since they can't kill us, I'm assuming we're under divine protection, they try to kill people that we love.
Right.
Well, do you feel
people who are more weak-minded.
Do you feel that your brother was killed?
I can't comment on that, but I can say that there was something beyond what really happened. Some government agency or something that he was involved with. His life was very personal.
So maybe he was already very depressed, but perhaps some kind of ritual or some psychic working for the government sort of pushed him over the edge.
Yeah.
Is that what you're... But do you see that on the movie screen? Are you able to pick anything up on that?
His mind's been manipulated to the point where there's firewalls.
Do you see how it was manipulated?
I can't say that he was part of some kind of hacker society. That's what I'm saying, because I'm seeing him dealing with some people that are not friendly.
Was this hacker society connected to the government somehow?
They're against them.
So he was fighting against the government.
Yeah.
But what ultimately caused, what triggered his death? Was it somebody in the government?
It was by remote viewing.
Are you able to see on the screen who did it?
Looks like a woman that was involved.
Have you ever seen this woman before?
No.
Do you know, can you get an idea where she's located?
Somewhere in Florida.
And are you able to determine whether it's is it a underground base or is it a facility above ground?
Looks like it's underground.
Okay. Do you feel that this is Milabs or is it something different?
Something different. It's a different alien race.
An alien race?
Mm-hmm.
Why would aliens want your brother to be dead? Well, I tell you what. Let's go look at the other.
Do you see anything big around him?
Do I see anything big?
Yeah.
Around who?
Around my brother?
No, I don't. I'm afraid. I haven't been
I
able
see
to.
something big around him.
I haven't been able to access those kind of gifts as of
But
yet.
it don't look human.
Do you think it was
Looks like a giant zombie.
so? Maybe some kind of astral parasite was attached to him.
That could be it too.
That certainly could cause depression if it's a negative entity.
Yeah, it is.
Now, why don't you go to the night that you were talking about how I need to give up and delete all my videos and let the New World Order happen? Do you remember that night?
Yeah, I do.
And you said that you went to a party or something or some event, and there was a guy there, and he was really good at hypnosis, and you said that you couldn't resist him. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are you able to pull up on the screen anything about this individual, if he's connected to the government or not?
Well, he's one of the mind manipulators
For who?
for the black government.
You mean for Milabs?
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? Are you able to get a name?
His name was Richard.
How old is he?
He's 28.
All right. Is he like an alter state himself, or is this something, or is he a clone, or what?
He's a demigod.
What is that?
He's part human and part god. And some of the demigods were going to join the... from what I found out today from my dad, he said some of the demigods are going to join the Illuminati.
And so tell me, what does he want? What kind of information is he asking from you while under hypnosis?
Well, first thing he was trying to do was he was trying to manipulate my mind.
In what way?
With words. Trying to change my mind programming.
And how and change it how?
For example, he was trying to make me feel like I was insecure.
That you're insecure?
Insecure, about kind of like how these people make these comments, how they say, oh, you're just imagining these things.
Oh, okay. Right, on the videos.
In such a way, he was using mind manipulation, trying to do that.
So he was trying.
With different words.
He was trying to.
He does it different with everyone. You do a different approach with everyone.
Okay, so his approach was to make you feel insecure about yourself.
Right.
Well, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to appear, and he is going to take his sword and slice Richard in half. Okay?
Okay.
He's going to kill him, slay him. And then Archangel Michael, he's got a chalice of a magical potion, a highly charged vibrational water. And when you drink this potion, it's going to reverse any of the effects that this man or this individual has put on you. So go ahead and, if you desire to drink it, go ahead and do so.
Okay.
And let me know when the effects have been reversed.
They're done.
Good. Do you remember anything else that this Richard individual told you that you feel that it's important for me to know or for us to know?
He told me it's different with every individual. He was teaching me how to mind manipulate people.
Was that meant to be used on me?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why. Remember I told you in the last comment that they were trying to get me to get closer to you to mind manipulate you.
All right. Did he actually mention my name?
He never mentioned your name, but I think he was kind of keeping that underneath the table.
Okay, because he knew that we would ultimately be able to tamper with it.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought he was parts of the piece of the puzzle.
Can you read his thoughts and see if he knows about me?
He knows a lot about you.
What does he know about me?
He knows that with the programming that you've been through, he knows how to get around it.
To get around what? What about get around what?
Like, for an example, your memories and what stops you from activating that part of you that is a super soldier.
Yes. So
he knows how to like deactivate it and activate it.
Oh, wonderful! Can you, since he's already, since you've already increased your telepathic abilities, I want you to hack into his brain and download all those codes.
Okay.
And since he's gonna be slayed anyway, well, it doesn't really matter what we do to him.
Okay.
Is there any other information that we need to extract from him that might be relevant or helpful or beneficial to us?
Yeah, the other information is about the undergrad Milabs.
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and just tell us what you can get from that?
Okay. He has different information about psychic experiments, kind of like what you see on Scanner Cop.
Scanner Cop, yeah.
Kind of like that.
All right. Do you see anything that I'm connected to?
Regarding what?
Psychic experiments.
Yeah, they're using the same experiments on you.
And what are they doing to me?
They're injecting a different serums.
And what do they do?
I guess they're testing out your telekinesis abilities and your mental telepathy.
Are you able to see what I'm capable of?
Yes.
And what did I do?
You're able to move things, blow things up with your mind.
And how big of an object could I move?
You can move a whole wall.
And why can't
a whole building.
A whole building? And why can't I do that as me?
Because they've been separated from your DNA.
Can you scan his mind and see how it can be reversed?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right. And when you're done, let me know what you see.
Okay. It's like it has to do with the symbol.
What symbol?
Two symbols. One triangle upright, one downright.
And what do I need to do?
You need to place those in your chakras.
All right. Is that in every chakra?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go quickly do that.
Okay.
I'm just visualizing it. All right, I did it. Can you scan me and see?
I'm feeling burning on my feet, too.
All right, can you? I'm not able to move anything yet. So, what do I need to do now? Hello? Adrian? Oh, great. We lost Adrian. Okay, just give me a moment and let's see if I can get him back.
Hi, you reached Adrian's cell, unable to answer my phone at this time.
Okay, I guess obviously we're not going to get that information tonight. So, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this hypnosis regression. As you can see, Adrian pulled up a lot of interesting information here. I think we can take this a lot further down the road, but at this moment, this would be a good place to conclude. So, anyway, until next time, thank you everybody for listening. Hello everybody. It is about 3 minutes after I just concluded this. I just looked in the mirror and I have a little triangular shaped scab on my lip. So it appears that I've just been visited by a Milab operation. The way this actually works is that they have these brown grays, the robotic grays. They're given to the government by the Dracos. They have a consciousness but no soul, they are programmed as robots to basically do whatever it is they want them to do. And I guess that might explain why the phone just went dead. And I got a needle mark is because, well, a triangular shaped scab is obviously someone was, or something wasn't very happy about where that conversation was going. I guess they don't want me to move around walls using my mind, but that's okay. You know what? I'll get to that eventually. I'm alright. It's just a little tiny scab, but it's still a bitch that it happened, but that's the kind of things I have to put up with when it comes to this kind of research. Anyway, so that's all I'd like to say now. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.